The Galactic Council's ultimatum arrived on a Tuesday morning, transmitted through quantum channels that bypassed every defense Earth possessed. Ambassador Zektar's holographic form materialized in the United Nations Assembly Hall, his crystalline, features glowing with what humans had learned to recognize as barely contained disgust. "Primitive species of Sol 3, Zektar began, his translator rendering his words in mechanical precision. Your reckless expansion into the outer rim sectors has violated 17 interstellar treaties. The Council has voted unanimously. Your species will be contained to your birth system. Any vessel attempting to leave Sol space will be destroyed." Secretary General Chen leaned forward in her chair. "And if we refuse?" The alien's form flickered with what might have been amusement. "Then we will glass your world and be done with it. You have 72 standard hours to comply. We are posting a fleet of our finest warships to ensure your cooperation." The transmission ended, leaving the assembly hall in stunned silence. Within hours, the hegemony fleet materialized at the edge of the solar system. 47 vessels, of impossible size and terrible beauty. Each ship stretched over 10 kilometers in length, their hulls pulsing with energy shields that could deflect planetary bombardments. The lead vessel, Eternal Vigilance, positioned itself directly between Earth and Mars, its weapon arrays aimed at humanity's homeworld. Admiral Sarah Cross stood on the bridge of the USSC Defiance, humanity's newest and most advanced warship. At barely 800 meters long, it looked like a toy compared to the alien dreadnoughts. Her crew of 312 watched the tactical displays with grim determination. "Ma'am," Lieutenant Commander Park reported from the sensor station, "their shields are reading at 97% opacity. We've never seen defensive systems this advanced." Cross nodded, her weathered hands clasped behind her back. The Defiance represented the pinnacle of human engineering: fusion drives, plasma cannons, kinetic barriers, and the most sophisticated AI ever created. Against the hegemony fleet, it was utterly outmatched. "Captain Morrison," she addressed her. "So, signal the fleet. All vessels are to maintain defensive positions around Earth. Do not engage unless fired upon." "Admiral," Morrison said quietly, "the Cabinet's given us authorization for the Prometheus Protocol." Cross closed her eyes. The Prometheus Protocol, named after the Titan who stole fire from the gods. It was humanity's last resort, a weapon so terrible that its very existence had been classified beyond black. Only 7 people in the entire solar system knew of its true nature. "Time to show these bastards what humans do when cornered," she whispered. The Defiance began its approach toward the hegemony fleet, broadcasting on all frequencies. Cross's voice carried across space, translated into dozens of alien languages. "This is Admiral Sarah Cross of the United Solar Systems Command. You have threatened our homeworld and demanded our submission. We reject your ultimatum. Come and take us." On the bridge of Eternal Vigilance, Fleet Commander Thais Ka read the thermal signatures with growing confusion. The human vessel was approaching alone, its weapons powered down, its shields at minimum strength. Was this some kind of surrender? "Commander," his tactical officer reported, "the human ship is transmitting massive amounts of data across all subspace frequencies. It appears to be scientific information." Thais Ka's mandibles clicked in annoyance. "Ignore their primitive babbling. Charge primary weapons. We'll vaporize their flagship and be done with this charade." But as the Defiance drew closer, something impossible began to happen. The human ship's hull started to change. Panels slid away, revealing a core that pulsed with an energy signature unlike anything in hegemony databases. The data streams it was broadcasting weren't random. They were instructions. Dr. Elena Vasquez spoke from the Defiance's laboratory section, her voice calm despite the magnitude of what she was about to unleash. Prometheus Protocol initiated. Quantum cascade field is stable. We have successfully weaponized a star. The core of the Defiance contained a miniaturized stellar collapse engine, a device that could create and control the nuclear fusion processes that powered suns. But this wasn't designed to generate energy. It was designed to share it. The data streams the ship had been broadcasting weren't surrender terms. They were quantum entanglement coordinates, linking the Defiance's core to every nuclear reactor, every fusion plant, every atomic weapon, and every star within a 50-light-year radius. Admiral Cross watched as comprehension dawned in the alien commander's biomechanical eyes. "You see, Commander Theiska," she said over the open channel, "humans have a saying, if you want to make an omelet, you have to break a few eggs. The question is, how many eggs are you willing to break?" The hegemony ship's sensors were screaming warnings now. The quantum field emanating from the human vessel was growing exponentially, drawing power from sources across the local stellar neighborhood. Sol itself was feeding energy into the weapon, its fusion fires linked to the device through quantum mechanics that the aliens barely comprehended. Impossible, Thiska breathed. No species would weaponize stellar mechanics. The risk of cascading collapse is exactly why no one expects it, Cross interrupted. You threaten to glass our world, alien. We're prepared to take this entire sector with us if necessary. The choice is yours. The tactical displays showed energy readings that defied belief. The Defiance now contained enough linked stellar energy to crack planets, boil away atmospheres, or create artificial supernovas. It was a weapon that could destroy solar systems, including their own. Fleet Commander Thais Ka stared at the impossible readings, understanding finally dawning. These humans weren't just willing to die for their world, they were willing to take their enemies, themselves, and half the local stellar neighborhood with them rather than submit. It was madness. It was terrifying. It was undeniably effective. All ships, Thiska commanded, his voice hollow, withdraw to minimum safe distance. Signal the Council. The containment operation is postponed pending further evaluation. As the hegemony fleet retreated beyond the heliopause, Admiral Cross allowed herself a small smile. The Prometheus Protocol powered down, its stellar links dissolving back into quantum foam. Humanity remained free, protected not by the strongest shields or the fastest ships, but by their willingness to prove that some species would rather burn the galaxy than bow to tyrants. In the end, that was the most human thing of all.